What's going on, everybody? So today's video, girls, this one's for you mostly, right? Guys too, because I do this exercise too. I got no shame in saying that. So we're gonna go over booty band butt bridges, right? Now, there's two types of people who do this exercise, right? Females and anybody who wants to squat a shit ton of weight. All right, and the reason why I say that is because your glute muscles are the powerhouse of everything you do, as far as your squat, deadlift, your lunges, any leg exercise you do. The challenge is that, and you hear me always refer back to the societal habits we have now, just being a more sedentary society. Just so many factors into our daily life put us into this position right here, where we lose the ability to effectively activate our glute muscles during certain exercises. And what happens for a lot of people is your inner thighs, your hip flexor, your psoas, like the pain you get right inside of here and the little lower bit of your back, those muscles start taking up, trying to compensate for the lack of activation you get from your glute muscles. And you can usually see it ahead of time, where if, and maybe some of you guys can relate to this right now, you're doing your leg exercises, maybe you're with your trainer, maybe you're in your class with your instructor, and they say, guys, listen, great job, we're gonna do this exercise today, we're gonna do lunges, this is a great exercise for the back of your butt. And you feel it in your quads. And then the next workout, your trainer says, listen, I got a great exercise. We're gonna do leg press today. We're gonna hit it here, here, and here. Glutes, hamstrings, and quads. All right, listen, all I feel is my inner thighs and my quads. Okay, we're gonna fix it. We're gonna do deadlifts, all right? Deadlifts are one of the best butt exercises ever. And what happens? You feel it all in your quads, you feel it in your hip flexor. Okay, so you're gonna go to a favorite. We're gonna go to squats. Everybody feels squats in their butt, except for you, you still feel it in your quads. All right. Last but not least, we're gonna do butt bridges with the bar, hip thrusts up and down. You're moving from your hips, and you still feel it in your damn quads. Why? Because you're not activating your glutes, and your hip flexors and psoas have gotten to the point where they're taking over a majority of the motion. So one of the things we have to do is recode the movement pattern that your body's gotten so accustomed to of using your hip flexor, and change it back to using the glutes, all right? So I'm gonna show you how we do that with our class. It's very simple, very lightweight, very easy to do weight, and all you have to do is do this exercise 30 to 45 seconds before your sets of squats, deadlifts, lunges, whatever, and it's gonna totally help you reactivate that muscle, all right? Let's take a look at what we got. All right, cool. Now, so for this video, I'm using a rubber band, all right? I like the clutch, so you can have two types of rubber bands. You're gonna have, well, three. The thin tube-based rubber bands, I'm not a fan of those. You're gonna have the thicker strip-based rubber bands that are actually rubber. They're okay, but especially if you have a lot of leg hair like me, they're gonna pull the shit out of your leg hair, and they snap too. I'm more a fan of the thicker cloth-based bands. This is a 4-core band. You can find them on Amazon. I am not a representative for 4-core. I don't get paid shit for telling you that. It's just a great band, and I've had these for a couple years, and whenever they get loose, you put them in the dryer, they tighten back up, and it's like magical, right? This is a phenomenal band to use, all right? What I'm gonna do also is I'm gonna use a medicine ball, preferably a heavier based medicine ball, so it's got a little weight behind it, and this is gonna be my lever point. Now, you can do this off of a BOSU ball, you can do it off of a bench, you can do it off a box with a friggin' mat over the top of it. It doesn't matter what you use for the shoulders. The reason why I like using the BOSU ball, not the BOSU ball, the medicine ball, is one, because we have a shit ton of them in my facility, but also because you can put the medicine ball anywhere you want, right? You don't have to worry about dragging a bench across the gym, or dragging a box across the gym, or somebody using the BOSU ball, or it being deflated. The medicine ball is always gonna be there, right? You can literally take it wherever you want, and you're carrying a ball and a band. It's very easy to set up, right? So what I would do is I would take my ball and I would take my band, I'd put the band just above my knees, right? And I'm gonna do this exercise for about 30 to 60 seconds. I like holding a little longer. 30 to 60 seconds before the exercise that you feel like you're having a hard time activating your glutes on, all right? So what I'm gonna do, now, this is the only part you guys might not like. You want to be supported on your shoulder blades, right? So all my weight's being held on my shoulder blades. You might want something to support your neck, all right? You can use your hands, you can put a second ball behind you. I like keeping my hands down to the side so I can engage with my lats and my shoulder blades more and get a higher lift from my glutes, right? That's just me. But what you don't want to do is you don't want to be here feeling like you're bracing off your neck, because you're gonna get neck pain out of it, you're gonna tweak something. It's just, don't do it. Be on the shoulder blades. Put another ball behind you if you need to, right? Maybe get some yoga blocks stacking behind you, or just use your hands to help support it. But you definitely don't wanna use, you don't wanna fucking tweak, you don't wanna be bouncing on your neck, right? Now let's come to the front for a minute, right? Come to the front. foot positioning is very important. Now, this is a whole other topic I can nerd out on. My ball's sliding. This is a whole other topic I can nerd out on, but just for the sake of simplicity, I'm gonna keep it simple. Toes are turned in, heels are out, knees are out, all right? What that's gonna do is gonna load the leg muscles on the side, all right? It's gonna take my hip flexors and my quads out. And when I go, you can see how my heels are off the ground and my toes are off the ground. I'm literally off the outside edge of my foot, right? And what I'm gonna do while I'm here, I'm gonna butt bridge up, right? Toes are in, heels are out. I'm gonna try to snap the bands with my knees while my toes are turned in, right? My abs are engaged, my glutes are engaged, and I pull down with my arms also so I get that extra activation, and I'm literally holding this position for 30 to 60 seconds, right? Trying to keep it up as high as I can. Now, I do it a little weird. I like to bridge over it a lot more and get a full rear extension. So I'm engaging my shoulder blades, my lats, my abs are engaged, my glutes, everything in the backside of my body. I don't feel my hip flexors, I don't feel my quads. And I'm gonna stay here. Now, you could do butt bridges up and down if you get bored, right? For 5. You could do the good girl, bad girl butterfly effect for 5. You could just stand there and hold it. But you're gonna hold it for 30 to 60 seconds, right? You can see how I'm kind of bringing the sweat already. 1, because it's hot, 2, because this sucks. And I'm getting those glute muscles firing. So then when I'm done, I come out of it, I take my band off, I stand up, I go to my bar, my leg press, whatever I'm doing, and I finish up my leg exercise from there. But you'll notice now going into your leg exercise, because you already pre-fatigued out the muscle, it's gonna be a little more pre-activated. So when you go to do that exercise, whatever you're doing, your squat, your deadlift, your lunge, your leg press, whatever, you should notice you get a little bit more, a lot more, at least a little bit more glute activation out of the exercise than when you would have gotten without it, all right? That's a very, very easy way to start tricking your body into using your muscles the right way again. Because at the end of the day, you just haven't done it in a while, so you're a little out of practice. You just gotta remind your body the right way to do it again. Now, don't be surprised when you're doing that exercise if you break a sweat, because holding a plank position or an isometric position is really one of the most taxing things you can do, and your body's gonna start, I can't snap anymore, I got trigger finger, is gonna start sweating profusely right away. So if you break a sweat when you're holding your plank or your butt bridge, it probably means you're doing a good job, all right? The one thing you don't want to hold is your breath. You want to make sure you breathe the whole time. Ladies, especially typically when you do this exercise, right? I don't want to fall down, right? You're going to have a tendency, you'll notice that whenever you engage your core, because you guys are more diaphragmatic, try saying that 5 times fast, right? Because you're more diaphragmatic with your breathing, anytime you have to engage your core, anytime you go to use your abs, you're gonna have a hard time breathing because you breathe a lot with your diaphragm. Where guys, we breathe more through the chest portion, right? Of our lungs. So for us, it's easier to breathe while we're holding our core. We typically hold our breath when we do shit like shoulder presses and chest presses and stuff like that. So when you're squeezing your diaphragm and your abs, you're gonna notice it's gonna be a little harder to breathe. Just try to fight through that naturally. And if you guys don't have a rubber band, even this by itself is good also. I'm just holding this position, pushing my legs wide, right? Squeezing my butt. I'm just holding a plank right here. I would even hold this. I feel just as much of a burn with this as I do with other things. Probably because I weigh 260 pounds, I gotta hold my fat ass up. But still, right? I'm getting a good burn out of here, and I would hold this, and then from there, I would go do my squat, my deadlift, my leg press, whatever I want from there. So, that is this variation for the rubber band glute butt bridge with a medicine ball. But like I said, you can use a bench, you can use a box, you can use a Bosu ball, you can use whatever. You could also use the ground also. I like the extra elevation I get from something underneath my shoulder blades. That's just me personally. So guys, like always, if this video helped you out, do me a favor, leave a comment in the comment section below. Let us know how it helped you out or what you think maybe you were having trouble with. So this way, either one of myself or one of my coaches can see that comment and get back to you, maybe help coach you through it a little bit. And if this video really did help you out, I don't know what channel you're gonna see this on, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, whatever. But if you like what you saw, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button some way, shape, or form, just so this way it helps us out with the algorithm, and you'll always make sure that whenever we put out new, fresh content like this to help you guys, give you little tricks and hacks to help you out in the gym, you're never gonna miss a beat, right? So hopefully that helped you guys out. Thanks for tuning in today, and I'll see you guys in the next one where we go over some more fun, fitness, excitement gym hacks to get you through the gym and make shit interesting again.